Sit and smile in the suffering. Hi, my name is Casey Golan. For the past 25 years, I've coached business owners on how to achieve epic business growth. Part of my philosophy is to make the uncomfortable comfortable by sitting and smiling in the suffering. So what do you mean, Case? Tell me all about it. All right. So there's parts of you that you don't want to go to. And it could be trauma, and it could be behavior points, and it could be your opinions on things. Because over your lifetime, you've been conditioned on what's socially acceptable. So you have an understanding of what makes you attractive to people and what makes people respond to you in a positive way. And that's fake. It'll only get you so far. See, when we work from ego, and the ego is what do we do to please people? When you're looking through life as a filter of the external, of hey, what can I do here to get this to make this happen from this person? What can I do here to give them a good perception of who I am as a person, so they think I'm a good person? What it is that I can do. So when you're thinking about doing something to get a positive perception from the other person, and in sales and in business, we're doing this all the time. We're doing it through branding and everything. Well, the challenge is that can only take you so far. So if you're at a point in your life where you are challenged and you feel like there's something more but you can't put your finger on it, and you're searching, and you know deep down you're up against it, baby. Woo! You're uncomfortable, you're emotional, and you're looking. Well, when you're in this point, what happened to me is I got to a point in my life where I went, fuck, my life is not working. I need to put in the work to make my life work. So I called up my parents and I said, you know what, my life is working, and I need a break. And I need you to honor that. Please don't call me. Please don't send me anything. I just need to go to work on myself with my wife and my family to get our lives right. You reckon that was a comfortable conversation? Do you reckon it was a comfortable process after that? It took years, man. So sometimes we've got to go into the uncomfortable to become comfortable. And what I've learned through this process is there was trauma and behavior things and things a part of me that I neglected, that I suppressed, that I covered up, and I hid from the world. And I'm sure you don't have anything like that, do you? There's parts of me that I hid, but those parts of me that I hid started to overcome my day-to-day life as your subconscious starts to run your life. So when we grow up, there's a good part to us and there's a bad part to us. And the bad part to us, whether those things are good or bad, they're all good anyway, but they're just labeled as bad because of the behavior that you did, and the things you did because of them got you in trouble. So that caused pain, so we want to avoid pain, so that's bad. Stop doing that. Let's try and get rid of that part of us, and let's just try and live in the good part, because the good part gets the attention. It makes us attractive, makes us socially acceptable, and we most importantly, we get love. We get love from those people that raised us because we're being a good boy, we're being a good girl. But that good boy, good girl is good for them, and you know, being a parent, I understand, because you got to do things to survive, and you want your kids to be somewhat predictable so you can do what you need to do. I understand that. But as you grow up, that bad part of you starts overtaking things, and you start regretting things, and you start sabotaging things, and you start having outbursts, and you start having things which is just completely uncomfortable for you. That's your subconscious telling you that you need to take action. It's all energy. It's just energy. It's energy for you to look within. Never look for outside, because what happens when people go through this and they don't know this, they're not aware, they go to external external things to try and heal the internal wounds. What's that? Could be drugs, could be porn, could be sex, could be alcohol, could be any sort of vice to try and dull the uncomfortableness, to dull the pain, to dull the suffering. What I'm saying to you is you don't need to do that. Well, maybe you do. You might need to see a counsellor and a doctor, and I highly recommend doing something like that. But I also want you to know that that uncomfortableness and that suffering, you can tame that. What it is that I did now, so look for people that can help you, and be drawn to those that feel right. They might not mentally be right from a hey, this person's what would you call it, an alternative person. Could be a kinesiologist, could be a chiropractor, could be someone that's like not your typical type of person. And don't be scared of going to them. Geez, I've gone and seen clairvoyants, acupuncturists. I've seen people that heal through reverse tape messages. I've gone to hypnotherapists. What I love going to see is kinesiologists. Oh my God, I think they're brilliant, and particularly mine. And they've helped a lot of my clients. But what I'm saying to you is, you need to start going into this discomfort and finding the comfort within. Because in any heartbreak, trauma, setback, failure, you're going to have a seed of equal or greater opportunity, and it's a seed. So by that definition, it's only very, very small. But from small things, small seeds grow massive trees. And for you to be able to find that seed in that trauma and in that discomfort, you need to be present. And when you can detach from the emotion, so you can observe the emotion, you're not becoming the emotion, but you're becoming the witness to that emotion. And if you can draw out what that means to you, draw out what the wisdom is for you, draw out what the benefits are to you, draw out what the lessons and the actions you need to take are for you, then you can transform that discomfort into comfort through the gratitude you express for it. When I first did that, I had a massive breakdown in a psychiatrist room with my wife and I completely went into convulsions. And so if there's some of these things that are too hard for you to tackle, go see a psychiatrist, a psychologist. Go and see 2 or 3 of them until you find someone that feels right, and you'll just know. You'll know that person. And I was blessed. I had Thomas. And I went into complete meltdown where I had completely lost control of my body because the trauma I had was too much for me to deal with. And he was able to take me through that. But on the other side, you feel so much lighter, you feel so much full, and you feel so grateful that you've gone through it. Why? Because there's a part of you, usually a half, well, I'll just use it as a half as a metaphor. The bad part of you try and suppress, you don't want to bring out because it brings you too much pain, or it's brought you too much pain in the past. So you're only living with half of you. But yet you're thinking, there's something more, there's something that I'm missing. Why am I missing this? Why am I missing that? Why am I sabotaging myself? Why can't I get to the goal that I've got? That's because you need to bring this half back and connect it and integrate it so you're full. And when you're full, you can bring your full self and your full gifts through to this world. You become more creative, you become more spontaneous, you become more fun, you become more settled, you become more gracious, you become more grateful because you are you. And when you learn how to love and accept yourself, the entirety of yourself, then you can go into suffering because you love and accept it and you look forward to it, and you will have tears because tears is letting emotions flow. Your body, Your body, your mind might forget the trauma that you've had because you try and tell yourself to, but your body never does. That's why when you smell something, that partner that you had, that scent, that aftershave, your body will go, your body will feel it. You need to let go of those traumas and those things that provide discomfort in your body, and then transmute that into gratitude and love, because it's taught you the lessons from the seeds of the equal or greater opportunity that you were patient enough to sit in that suffering with a smile, to find the lessons and the gratitude from those experiences, that you can grow those seeds to become you, to help you, to heal you, and to bring the full of you through. It is in that process that you can become the person you need to become to achieve the goal and the vision that you have for yourself, that you've always wanted to achieve, where you become your own genius, knowing yourself in entirety, showing yourself in entirety, and becoming yourself in entirety for the world. And in doing so, you will change your life, you will change your partner's life, you will change your children, your pets, and all of those things that you love. They will feel this change. And that is living with gratitude. Living with gratitude for me is honoring and loving who you are at all times. Sometimes you won't like yourself, but overridingly you love and accept yourself for who you are 100% of the time, so that you can fully express who you are to this world. And that's what we need. We need you and your gifts. So the ability to sit with a smile in the suffering is a gift, because what you do is transcend yourself by transforming those traumas into gratitude and love for self. And that is the way to increase your awareness, to increase your consciousness, and to gift yourself to the world. Because in doing that, you are serving humanity. If you are selfish and you don't go into elevating yourself, you're not using all the gifts that were given to you. And I think, well, the way that I live my life is to work with people that are prepared to go to that level, because that's the gift that the world needs. And then the world needs you, not half of you, all of you, fully integrated, fully loved up, fully accepted. You can change the world. You just got to go within. I love you. There's greatness in you, and you can do epic. Take care. Talk again soon.